Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, and there you can learn more about me. You can see our products, you can place an order, you can sign up to do a workshop, which is the term we use for having a party. And you also could sign up to be on my team. If you have any questions or just would like, more information about anything, you can reach out to me and I would be happy to help you. Okay, let me see here. There was one other thing I almost forgot. I didn't bring. Okay, that's all right. Just a reminder that the celebration, we only have just about a week left, the 31st. So next Wednesday is the last day to take advantage of celebration, which is for every $50 you spend, you can choose a free item from our celebration brochure. Stampin' Up also added a few items since then. So any questions about that, you can reach out to me as well. Okay, let me think, what else I'm going to tell you? That was it for right now. So anyway, I'm going to get started now with our Paper Pumpkin kit. This month's Paper Pumpkin kit is called Sweet Sunflowers. It's got like kind of a different box. The front of it is beautiful. The paper, the card bases are beautiful. In fact, people really wanted to be able to get refills for it, but they've sold out. And so whenever they sell out, that means there's not any extra kits or extra refills that can be gotten. But so I did get an extra kit this month for a couple of reasons, but we'll see here. I'm hoping to be able to add this in my class. So it comes in a box like this. There's plastic around it. It has a piece of paper in it that shows your address, and then that you can put to the side. So when you open it, I'm going to do it this way. I guess I'm just looking on my screen here. I went in a little closer. I may have to go out, but we'll see. This month you get 2 Stampin' Spots. Usually we get 1. The colors that they included are crushed curry and soft suede. So a yellow and a brown. This is the stamp set. Let me just put... This is the stamp set here. And it's a little difficult to see because it's clear. So my sister also gets this, so I did stamp it on here. There's a sunflower, the outside, the inside. There's this leaf, there's this sprig. There's 2 little bees, one with its wings open, the other the wings like behind it. For a one-of-a-kind friend, hello, wishing you so much happiness, and thank you. Those are the stamps that come in the kit. Now, it says, this is in the top, make the most of your free gift. Make every project shine with gold foil honeycomb sheets included in this kit. And then here they showed some people cut out the center and used it here and there. So you could do that. You could use the whole sheet on something. You could, it's really whatever you want. I think they said there was 3 of these, but let me just make sure I'm telling you correctly. Oh, it looks like more than 3. I was thinking 3. I don't know why I thought 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. So really, you could do quite a bit with those. Okay. And what it's saying here is use the green card. They recommend using the green card base. loosely cut 1 gold foil honeycomb sheet and adhere it to the card base, or die cut flowers, stamp the centers in soft suede, then stamp the petals in crushed curry. Use the twist technique for fuller petals. Okay, layer die cut leaves, bees, and stamped flowers. Use mini Stampin' Dimensionals to layer and lift the pieces. Stamp the sentiment on the die cut label and adhere. That's what they suggest. Then they always put something in for the next month at least. This time they put it for the next 3 months. Next month, this is traditionally when they give us stuff that can be used for Halloween. But most of the time, whatever they give you that's for Halloween, you don't have to make it Halloween if you don't want to. Most of the time, you could have the option, it could just be fall. And usually I do have, my son and his friends really love Halloween. Even though they're young adults, they love Halloween. So usually we end up having a party for them. And so many times I will use things like this for little party favors. When I was working, now I'm retired, but when I was working, I also would make little treats to share with people in my office. I don't have that to do anymore, so I just do it for my son, you know, when he has this party. The other thing that I found as well is that because they could be used for, could be just plain fall things, doesn't have to be Halloween. A lot of times I've used them as like little favors for Thanksgiving. And so when I get that next month, I will be able to look at it better and just really be able to see what I might be able to do with that. But anyway, so next is fall, think Halloween for sure, but fall in general. Then the month after that, there's going to be Christmas cards, and then so that'll be October, and then November will be for gift tags. Okay, so and again, gift tags, it's just a fun way to step up your gifts. But if you didn't want to use them as a gift tag, you could convert them into cards. There's also ways that you could even make them be like a card holder. Those are things I plan to do with some of my things when they come, but again, I have to wait and see exactly what it is so I know how I'll use it. But just kind of giving you a little sneak peek of that. And if you haven't started to get Paper Pumpkin and you were thinking about it, this might be the perfect time to do that, because if you purchase a 3-month subscription, prepaid subscription, that would be enough so that you could get these 3 kits if you wanted, okay? If you do it before the end of the month, before the month ends, so by the 31st of this month, you'll be able to choose a $50 item, a free item from the celebration. Okay, so it's kind of like an added little thing. And then this is how it works, because I had some people got a little confused about it. You get the prepaid subscription, they email you a code, then you need to go into paperpumpkin.com, or I also will put my little link ups that you can go there. It'll take you directly to Paper Pumpkin under me, and then you put your code. There's a place for you to put the code in there so that they know you've already paid for those subscriptions, and they would come to you. The one thing to just keep in mind with Paper Pumpkin is, even if you did decide to sign up, you know, if you see, like now you see, oh, this is what they're showing for next month, I'm not going to use it, I don't want that, then you can just let them know and just suspend it for that 1 month. And then the next month, go back and get the Christmas ones if you wanted, okay? And just the way Paper Pumpkin is run, you can stop and start at any time. You can suspend it and have it start again. Things like that, okay? So you're not always necessarily locked into exactly what they're doing every month if you don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to take any more time on that, so any questions about that, concerns, please reach out to me and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Now, then you're going to see this packet, and it's always wrapped in tissue paper, and it's this beautiful, like a crushed curry color. Many times it's more like a pool party. And I try to take it out carefully. So I dumped it out because I found that if I try and lift it by this, usually it rips. And I like to have that available to use, whether it's for a gift, whether I am giving some cards away. And one of the things is that these paper pumpkin boxes are very good for if you wanted to give people some cards. I have given cards for raffles for different things. I have given them as gifts. People that, I know a lot of people that I give them to, or for the raffles, they really like them. And I realized I used to buy a special box and everything. I realized, wait a minute, because these I could fit in, because I just did it recently, 24 cards and envelopes. So that'd be 48 things altogether. 28 cards, 24 cards, 24 envelopes. And I probably could have fit a few more in. But so really, it's not like you were giving a chintzy gift, because if they had to go and buy, I didn't realize I was away from this. If they had to go and buy 24 cards in the store, first of all, they're very expensive. Unless you go to the Dollar Tree or something, where I think it's maybe even $2 for $1, but you kind of get what you pay for then, it's like, which sometimes that's okay. But if you want to really give a card, a nice card to someone, it can cost you, easily it's going to cost at least $5, maybe even closer to 10, depending on how fancy that it is. So, and in fact, I hadn't thought of giving them as gifts per se, and one of my friends said, you know what, I would love if you would just give me a box of cards for Christmas. What an easy gift to do, because I have so many cards, because I do things every week. So anyway, enough of that. So here is this is the little directional sheet, and like when this came out, that was on that, all the things are there, the supplies are there, and then this is on the back. And on the front, they show you, these are the envelopes, and then these are cards completed the way they suggest. Okay, on the back, it does show you all the contents of what you get in the card. Okay, so there's card bases. This is some little vellum honeycomb things, and I'll show you these in some flowers, and down here your stamps, some overlays, things like that. Okay. And then it also tells you the coordinating colors, which for this month, I have it all here. It is Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to do it here. Blackberry Bliss, Evening Evergreen, Crushed Curry, Mossy Meadow, Melon Mambo, Night of Navy. Oops, I can't get a hold of it. No, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Soft Suede and Pumpkin Pie. So that's quite a few nice colors. Now the thing that I find is that many times there will be some lighter colors or different, sometimes it's even just like, say, one of these colors, but it's lighter. So there may be another color that coordinates with it. And so if you find that, go ahead and use it. This is what they are suggesting, because those would be like the main colors, but it's yours. Make it yours, okay? Over here, it does show you, if you wanted to watch like somebody putting together the Paper Pumpkin kit online, you can go to this, or paperpumpkinhowto.com, or use this little QR code. It will show you there. It says there's a list of coordinating projects at stampinup.com, Paper Pumpkin -coordination. Here's on here a picture of some alternate projects that were made by somebody. Okay. Then when you open it up, there's down here first. It just shows you down here. This is each card the way they suggest it. So we'll go there first. Each card the way they suggest making it, and the things that you would need for each. So it shows you the green card base, this overlay, and then this little tag, couple little bees, and then those bigger open circle type things, those are dimensionals, and the darker ones, those are so here's our dimensionals. Here they gave us mini dimensionals, and the darker ones are tiny glue dots, and they give us tiny glue dots in here. Okay, then you're going to see this is the first card, and how they show you step by step, pretty much kind of step by step. They always say, you know, have you stamp first, and then you put it together, and then here's the next one, and there's the third one. So, well, I'm going to show you now the envelopes. I'm going to show you all the parts. You saw this beautiful thing already. Here is the envelopes. Look at these gorgeous envelopes. Even the back. Okay. I cannot tell you, everybody that I commented, when we saw, because they kind of give you a sneak peek, and then once they start mailing them out, we can see a little more. Everybody I saw said, oh my gosh, I'm not using that as an envelope. I'm cutting it up and using it on my card. Okay, here's the overlays that they give us, and there's 3 of those. So again, you could just put this on the front of a card, and just like that, you could cut it up, you know, if you wanted, like, say if you wanted kind of cut around here, the flower and these flowers, and just have it be kind of like that on your card, then you would have like a little piece like this, you know. So that's an alternative you could choose to do. Okay, before I get to that, I'm going to show you this. Look at this. Now this was the thing too. People said, oh my gosh, I am going to cut this card. I'm not going to put it together the way they said. I'm going to cut it apart, because this would be a beautiful background for the front of a card. That's beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. Then again, here's this one. This one's similar. It has a similar design, a little different, but similar design to the envelope. Again, people are saying, what are you talking about? I am not putting that on the back of my card. I'm going to cut it. It's 2 cards right there I can make. Okay, and somebody and people even said, and I'm even going to cut this green, because I would rather have that be the front of the card than the back. So if you want, you don't have to do that. Okay, I am choosing as well, but I'm going to, there only 2 of those, or maybe it just stuck. Ah, there it is. I knew it probably just stuck with the others. Okay, so in fact, my sister couldn't wait, and she started playing with this, and she's cut things apart. So I'm going to probably today, to save time, use things that she cut apart. Now let me just show you here. These are, see, these are die cuts that you just punch out. Here's little bees, like they're like, I don't know how well you can see them. They're like flying or getting ready to, like, sometimes you see it like putting them on a flower, like kind of like that, like they're, you know, just landed on the flower and they're walking on it or standing on it. So there's those. There's these, and these can be a little bit more delicate, because see how it would be easy. I'll show you again one more time. See, like it's a little, because it's stuck a little bit. So if you did it too roughly, you could rip the flowers. So just be careful with that. Be gentle. Then we've got some different, right here, there's these different tags. These are the same shape, but they have some different colors on them. And then there's these tags, and then these little, probably more like accents. Okay, so, oh, and then here is the vellum, and again, these you might want to be a little delicate with, just because you don't want to rip them. I did say here, somebody said that they even cut those apart on one of their cards to make the most of those. So you always get this piece of cardboard, which when they show it online how to do it, they use this as like underneath the stamping, because with clear stamps, usually if you have something that's gives a little give under it, it makes a better impression. I usually use our Stampin' Pierce mat, okay, and that is available in our annual catalog, but you can use you can use even like a mouse pad. You could use like a magazine or something, just something that's got a little give to, a little gush, or whatever you want to call it, so that when you stamp, that the stamp itself can kind of sink down into it. When we have a rubber stamp, which I have some, let me just make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. When you have a rubber stamp, this is our elephant one, stinking cute. See, there's the red rubber, and then there's this little padding there. Well, you can see this is like, instead of red rubber, it is photopolymer. So it's not acrylic, it's photopolymer. Okay, it's more, it really holds up much better than the acrylic and gives you a better impression than the acrylic does, which many times is what the inexpensive stamps are made out of. Okay, photopolymer. And so this is like, just like the red rubber part of this. Okay, so, but it doesn't have the cushion behind it. So if you put a cushion on the other side of whatever you're stamping, so you put your paper down here, you ink it up, and that gives it a place to kind of sink into and gives you a better impression. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't do it without, but sometimes it doesn't stamp as nicely, make as nice of an impression. And I realize now, you know what, I gotta come back out. I went in a little closer, and now I have to come back out. So I hope you could see that. Let me just, because I wasn't looking, so I'll just do it real quick one more time. Okay, so there's the rubber stamp and the cushion. This is like, just takes the same as the rubber stamp without the cushion. So that's why you're putting that behind it, just to give it a little, gives it a little better impression on your project. Okay. Now, one of the things I was going to mention is what I do is I have these little snack treat bags. One is more rectangular and one is more square. These actually, I got them at Walmart quite a while ago. It was their brand, but I know they have little snack bags. Some of them even say 100-calorie snack bags, you know. But you can see there's two different, they're just a little different size, direction, and this even has the portions on it. This doesn't, but okay. So I don't care about this, just telling you that's what that was for. But I use these when I do all of what I was showing you before. When I pull all of these apart, I put them in these bags, because it's making, I just feel it corrals it better. I don't have to worry about it flying all over the place and wondering what did I do with it. Okay, I still wonder sometimes, because, like, thankfully I know I'm not the only one, because I've heard other crafters say this. I just had it, and now here it is. What had happened to it? It was right here. Okay. And then I told you my sister started playing with this. So wait, let me bring these back again a minute. I'll just show you what she did here. So let me grab out these just so I can try to show you here using the, okay. This has those on it. Look what she did. She had cut that off. I'll just fold it back. And on here, she did the, oh, I didn't realize, she probably did tell me to, and I didn't. She took, she used this one, the sunflower, something in mine went blank, oh my gosh, she used that. She told me that she stamped it off. She did the soft suede, but it was darker than she wanted. She stamped it off, and then she stamped 3 of them. And she took, I think she just used like the Stampin' Right marker, the Evening Evergreen. It's got the thin end, and she drew some stems in here. Then she used the center there. And I see too, she put a little, she kind of filled in a little bit, like, right, I'm not sure it shows up well on camera, but she like did a little bit of, oh, I think it's Wink Stella. Yeah, it's Wink Stella. I thought maybe she hand embossed it, but she put Wink Stella there. So it just makes it a little glittery around like these darker areas. And then she put the bee, like the bees coming into land and wishing you so much happiness. And she just put it on a Melon Mambo card base. Now she didn't do the inside yet, you know, but that'll just be a piece of white inside. She might probably put a little flower over in the corner, and she might put a sentiment inside, she may not. A lot of us wait until we give it, just so that we know what it is that we really want to do. Okay. Then this one, she cut it in half here, and then look, she just cut this here and put that there and just stamped hello on it. She used the vellum honeycomb behind it. She used one of the butterfly, or they're called brushed brass butterflies. Okay, and then she popped this guy up, and she put it on black, and then she put it on Blackberry Bliss, because that's the Blackberry Bliss. If you wanted, this color could have even been the Mossy Meadow, which is that darker green. It could have been the soft suede, or even what's it called, early espresso, a darker brown. There's so many choices that she could have done that with. But I do like that. I like what she's done here. Okay, then is these, I think, I just want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. These, I'm pretty sure, are, yes, these are made, she cut the envelope. Oh, well, actually here, it looks like, oh, I see, yes. She did, she just cut here, but she cut around here. She didn't, and around there, so she didn't put that flower in, or this flower, but she cut around here, and did this right there. And put that down there, and then this top part, this has to be over here that she cut. Yep, and put it there without the flowers. And again, the brushed brass butterflies. Oh my gosh. And this, the background here, that is from the envelope. So let me grab the envelope here. It's the back of the envelope. See, there's this. So that's the back of the envelope. And then she put it on because she wanted a little lighter background. And this wasn't exactly a color that we have, but it's very, but she put it on some, I know the color, and right now, of course, when I try to tell you, smoky slate. Okay, and then the Evening Evergreen for the background. And these, she didn't get a chance to do the insides, just did the outsides. This one, let me just see here. Oh, it looks like she did this, but this and this, let me just see. I just have to look here because I'm a little confused on what is, since I haven't worked with it yet myself, make sure I'm telling you the right thing. So obviously this is going a little longer today because I'm trying to show you all this stuff that she did and explain some different things. And I thought, did I take, oh, here they are. Yeah, she took, is this, yeah. Okay, it looks like she did this. She actually, and it may have been, she trimmed here, so those are right there, and those are popped up, and then this other, she put down there, just flat. And actually, if you lay it like that, if you just lay it down and leave that flat, you can pop the other up. It's like loose enough there that you can do that. Okay. So, I like some of the things she did. So let's play here a little bit. And honestly, I did not necessarily think this is what I'm going to do today. Specifically, a lot of times I do, but I wanted to just be able to come and play a little bit, and I want to use the things that she already cut them, so I can just save a little time there. All right, and just if you haven't seen how we trim an envelope before, you put this up here. Now, if you use our cutting blade, okay, or I'm not going to say the right name. It's one of those days. You're going to take our cutting tool here. Okay, let me get this. Right here between, I'm not sure how well this shows up, but there's a brown thing there. There's a slit down in here. That's where either the, this is for scoring and this is for cutting, that they go in there. So to take just the very edge of this off, you line this side up with just the outside edge of that brown, the outside brown there. And look, it takes like 1/16 of an inch off. Then you flip it, because it's best if you can have the flat side up here. And again, okay, so now you can open it up flat. Now what I usually do is, because I usually cut this, so for the front, I usually cut it so that the fold line is just past where it's going to cut, because I don't like having that. Let me just show you. You see, that shows up. That would show up. So then for this, I put it to the edge. And I find too, I put it to the outside edge of that brown, because if I don't, it chews up the paper. And look, you're really only taking that much off. But if you do it, even that did a little bit. But if you don't put it over to that edge, it really chews it up. Which if you want that kind of a look, that's fine. And then I usually just, again, will take just a slim edge off that side. I have to do it there. And a slim edge off this side, so that I get as much of that as possible. That could have maybe been just a little more. And then this, where's my scissors? You would just, see that's loose. You just are going to cut that off here, like this. I have it some in the past that sometimes just came apart. But it may be too, because sometimes if I am cutting it, because see that's a little wide, so then that gives you, it's just 5 1/2 that way. So a lot of times I want 5 1/4. So if I do that, then I can take an extra little 1/8 off each side, and sometimes it's just enough to that comes off easily if I don't want it there. But then, so this is 5 1/2. So if I want it to be 4, I would put, see, 4 is there, but so this is the other thing. Usually it's 5 1/2 by 4. But again, I didn't get this. I didn't get that quite the way I should have. Let's do one more, because it's sticking over the edge. So there. So then you can, if you want to use as much of this as possible, you put it down like there. And then this gives me right now, this is a 3, it's actually, put it there, 3 1/4, and it's just under 5 1/2. So then I can trim off if I want to make it, a different size. And for the front, I do the same thing pretty much. I cut it so that this fold is not going to show. But sometimes you might want, say if you just want this to be 4 inches, because that's going to be 4 by 5 1/2, you might want to cut it down 1/4 inch, but 4 or 4 1/4 would be to there. So it's It's right before, because let me just fold this so you can see. See, I'll fold it back. So see the 4 1/4, you're just gonna, it would take the very edge off of that, so it'd be just a little bit beyond the flap, okay? So I don't necessarily want to cut it right now because I don't know that I want 4 1/4 piece, but that would cut it. Well, I still can, I guess, because as I said, I would like, or if you have, like, it's showing, what you can do on your card would be even put a ribbon there. But there's that. Okay, so I got 2 pieces, 3 even. I could cut this and use this, you know, cut this and use this for something on my card front. Got that a little crooked, but anyway, because I'm hurrying. All right. One of the things I was thinking about with this, using this, was I really wanted to use, and I'm not sure where they are. Oh, here it is. I did think about one of these just to see how do I like this? Do I want the whole thing on there? Do I want part of it on? But see, if you wanted, you could put that whole thing on there. You could cut things out of it. Cut some out, which is kind of how they did with some of their die cuts, or if you have a punch that has a shape that you would like, because it would just, if you like this, you could even, this is how they did suggest this one, is just like that. But again, I would put it on a different card base. I wouldn't have the back be the other part of the green. All right, so let me think here. There's so many things that were running through my mind. What did I want to do? Let me see. So, if I wanted to have, like, say, where's a pen? Do I have my pencil here? Oh, I think I used it somewhere, so I don't really want to write on here in pen. But you might want to even something like this. So let me see. So if I did want to do that, I'm just going to be brave here. And then I'm going to go down here. And around here. Let me think here. And then I was thinking, come down to this. And then maybe aim right for this corner. And I may trim around there a little, but that gives me like this kind of an interesting corner here. And again, if I wanted, I can, which I think I might on this one. So I could have cut a little more on that one. And as I said, I have no real plan. I'm just kind of cutting here, and I should have had that be a little wider there, but oh well. So this here, let me just see. I might want, just have to see what else I've got here that maybe I would like a little better. I don't know that I really want this, but look, this could even be something like this if you liked. I could even then put a different flower up here, or, you know, do one of the sunflowers. Let's see, on here. Could even be, then you could put it up a little if you do it like this. So, and you could trim that down a little so it goes all the way to the top. Maybe that's what I'll do, but let me just put this on here. Now you're not seeing that quite as well on that because they're really the same color. Let me just see here. I do like that, but what do I want? What else does she have here? What else did she? Oh, she cut this one. I don't know that I would want it with this. You could. I probably wouldn't because of the flowers there. Flowers here in the way. So I do like this idea. And possibly could put, this is a little rough there. Let me think. If I liked, I just had this thought, if I do a little strip of this behind it, try a little strip of that. Oh, I know what I could do instead. This is what I'll do instead. This looks almost like a sky, but let me think. Do I want some green behind that? Where's my scrap paper? I have some scrap paper here, like always. Let me just see. I'm not sure. I have this thought, but I don't know if this is really what I'm going to want to do. Mossy Meadow or Evening Evergreen is... Yeah, I'm going to try the Mossy Meadow. And then just kind of, I need another, there's a bigger piece right here. And I didn't realize I made a little mark on my mostly this is, I just want to kind of see what does it look like if I do this behind it. I think I might like that, so I think that's what I'm going to do here. Not over quite as far. Didn't want it quite as dark as I got it there either. Okay, so let me see. I like that better just because you can see that lattice a little better. As I said, it would have been better. I should have had this be a little wider all the way down, but it's okay. I'm not perfect. The world's not perfect, so that's what I'm going to try for that. Let me move that out of the way so I don't. I'm going to close this up for right now because otherwise I will be having my fingers in it. And then I'm going to take one of my I'm going to say the wrong thing. One of these mats. And the wrong words coming to mind, so I'm going to move on, and when I remember it later, I will tell you, because that happens. I know some people say it's because we're getting older, we don't remember. I prefer to say head. Oh, well, I don't know what I did with my. All right, they must be out in the other room. Let me just make sure. I usually have little, we used to sell these, we don't now, but any sponge, and you really only need, I'm taking about it's really like a sixth of it. I cut it in half and then I cut them in thirds. And if you want, you can even like one of those little black binder clips, you can put it on to give you something a little more to hold on to. And I'm just going to do this with the glue, and I probably need a little more, glue there, because silicone mat, that's what it is. See, I knew it would come back to me. And because it doesn't stick to the silicone mat, once it dries, you can rub it right off. Like, remember in the old days we played with rubber cement and would make those little rubber cement balls? It's basically that type of a thing. Okay, see what time it is. All right. So wait, I want this. I'm going to do it this way. Just like that. Could be up maybe a smidge more, but that's good enough. Okay, so there's that. And let me even put this right on. So I'm going to trim the top I'm going to trim it just a little. It's a little taller than I want. I'm going to take off, I want a 1/4 inch off. Is that what I think I want? Maybe, oh, maybe not. Maybe 1/8 of an inch, which would be right there. Now, so that is 5 1/4. Okay, and this, how big is this? This is, yeah, it's 5 1/2. That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure it's what I thought it was. Oh, I just had this thought. What if, I just want to see. I wouldn't put the whole thing under here, but I just got thinking I could even maybe, no, because that goes off. That would look weird. Okay, never mind. Just a thought. You know, sometimes we have these thoughts and we're like, And I may make that a little shorter there. So if I do this, if I did it up 1/4, so if I make that 5 1/4, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this down. So this is, make sure, double check this again. Yeah, 5 1/4. So I'm going to have the, I think I want, do I want that to be, let me just see, a little bit there. I think I'm going to want it to be, I think I may have this be 5 1/4 this way. Wait, do this. Just have a little, there's more variation down there, so I want to keep the variation and part that's more the same. And this is 3 1/4, so if I make this 3 1/2, that way 3 1/2, just trying to see what, right. So this is going to, top and bottom is going to match exactly, and then have just a little bit of the green on either side like that. That's how I want to do that. So, or you could even put it all the way over like this. I like that better. I could trim that down a little more maybe, but yeah, 'cause I do want to see just, okay, so then I didn't, again, have to think, what do I want for the card base? It's almost like, but I don't think it is. Let me see. I have little card bases over here that are all set to go. Or if now that I trim that down, I might want to, oh, that's not the right color. Help if I could. Here's a Mossy Meadow. This is Mossy Meadow like that. Let me just see, do I still want, or do I want this more like, all right, let me try it this way. Like this. Like, have it all the way over maybe, and have this be more like this. I might like that. Let me see. There's just a little variations in the color. I do kind of like that, but I might like this better. So let me see one more time. I think I like that. Obviously, when you're doing your cards, you do it the way you want. I got more than one. I got 2 of these, so this one I'm going to pull over just for this. I decided I'm not the best with using the glue like this because sometimes I seem to have a hard time getting it to come out thin enough. But that one worked pretty well. But I thought, you know, it's really more economical, and it does have the plus that it moves. It has a second or two that you can move it if you need to, if you didn't get it quite right, which we may see more on this one. I thought, so I'm going to try. I'm going to work on that. Okay. So see, it moves around just a little if you need to move it. But there, that's... And if I wanted, I could have really cut this other, which I probably should have, because then I would have another piece. But because I'm thinking it through, if I had thought of this ahead of time, I probably would have trimmed the green to about this big, because then I would have another piece I could use on another card, but that's okay. So there's that. And let me just see, what do I want to say? Here's what our stamps say. For a one-of-a-kind friend, wishing you much happiness. Thank you. Hello. I think I might want to do, let me just see here. Sometimes I do this too. Do it this way. How? For a one-of-a-kind friend. And where's the wishing you is? Whoop. The B. Actually, I think I'll do this one. Just because then on the inside it could be thank you. It could be, what else could it be? It could be happy birthday. Could just be thinking of you. And where's my, oh, right here they are. Now, I think I'm going to do it in Mossy Meadow. So there's that. And where are these bees? Do I have them? I had, oh, here. They're over here. I was going to say, no, I put them in a, okay. And let me see, do I want him popped up? Because I want you to be able to see him. He almost feels like he gets there so little. They almost feel like they get lost. So let me see, do I want this popped up there? I think so. I put it right there, like he's on that flower. He doesn't jump out quite the way some things do when we put them on. There's that. And then for my bling, I could do the butterflies. I could do, I think I want, because the butterflies are going to look tiny compared to him. So I think I'm going to do, how is this, let me just see, how do these look? There's that. That's from our Adhesive Back Seasonal Sequins. I got a few other things to try. This is the champagne, which can look kind of almost pink. Those. And then I have these Festive Pearls. The Festive Pearls, and I might do those. The Festive Pearls and adhesive backs, because I just feel these are too big, especially with that little bee. the Festive Pearls and the adhesive back sequins are in our mini catalog. So there, I think I'm going to do that. Well, maybe a little understated, but the bee is so little, I don't want to have the bling be bigger than him and kind of overpower. For one of a kind friend, and then I'll just probably put a white inside, and I may have a little bit of the green on it like I did there. Okay, so there's that one, and let me see, what else can I do that might be quicker? So I would like to do a second card for you. And let me just see here, what do we have in here? Oh, I kind of liked the idea of that one. Okay, let's see if I do this. I think I like it like this. And do I want, what color do I want? Another Mossy Meadow behind that, or Evening Evergreen? Let me just see here, find it. There's the Mossy Meadow. I have an Evening Evergreen, F, yes. I'll trim that down just a little so it fits on here. Let me see. I think I do like that one. This, it could be either color, see, because both colors are really in it, but I think I like the darker green. So I'm going to make this be 4 inches. So I'm going to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm taking off from these sides because they have less color. And this is going to be a simpler card. I'm just going to do that. And there's my, whoa. Let it fly, Sonia, let it fly. Everything's flying. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I dropped this on the floor and forgot I have this microphone wire kind of around my neck, so I pulled it a little. Sorry about that. Okay. I just like to have the silicone sheet under it, whether I am using the glue or whether I'm using, whether I'm using the, what's it called, a tape runner, because it's so easy to go with the tape runner, or, you know. So I just want to make sure that this is not going to, there, see, it could move it a little. It's still not quite straight, but it's gonna maybe have to stay that way. There, good enough. Might be not quite even all the way around, but it's gonna be good enough. Where's my, grab one of my baby wipes here to clean off my hands. Well, I should have stamped my sentiment if I was going to stamp directly on. Maybe I'll try something else, because I wasn't thinking, because I was trying to, that's because I tried to move a little faster here. So where is, I was thinking, I want more of these. And you could also put another one there and pop that up. This is one cut from the, I think, the envelope. I didn't do anything with the sunflowers today. Well, tomorrow on my YouTube page I will. And this one I think I am going to do the butterflies on, but let me see here in a minute if I really am. I just wanted to see what else. I forgot, what else do I have here? Oh, here's the sun. Yeah, because the sunflower isn't going to go so well with that. Okay. Ah, all right. So if I do this and pop those up, and get some mini dimensionals here. I just had some. And you can put, you know, everybody's different with how many they put on. I just want to make sure that, you know, it stands up pretty well for me. And at least one here. Okay, so take the backs off these. Where's the... This is not working so well. There. One. Come on, let go. 3. So I have 5 of them on here. I could possibly have done one, if I can get a hold of that, one more, but I think the 5 will do. If I really think later I need another, I can always slide it under. Okay. Let go. Still got some glue on my hands, despite my best efforts there, but also I was kind of hurrying, so I guess here if I do it kind of like more like this. There, like that. And this will be more like that. There. And I would like just a leaf, which I have a leaf here in the, I stamp a leaf. Maybe if I could find, there's some of what I trimmed off there just a little bit ago, and I'm not going to find it right here. Let me see, that's a little smaller than I need probably, right? But let me see, where's the... See, even with having things fairly contained, I still am a little bit of a mess here trying to figure this out. Okay. So I'm going to try this first, try it on my scrap paper, stamp it on, oh, the inside. Oh, I see. Yeah, that might work. Where's my piece of scrap paper here? I just had this thought. There's that. And that was the Mossy Meadow. And of course, right now I don't have my, let me just see here. Oh, that's too dark. Okay, so if I do it this way, do it with this color instead. And then, so I have some Mossy Meadow in here. I probably dropped it on the floor, right? Nope, that wasn't. Okay. So I want the old olive. Here it is. Mossy. Oh, that's garden green. Well, I'm going to try this one. How does this one look? Just wanted to get a little bit of variation in the color. This is old olive. Maybe the old olive would be better. Okay. All right, I'm going to try that one more time. Where's, close this one up. I don't need this one. And it's a scrap paper. I'm just going to do that. And I'll do it with a funny, that looks almost brown. Where's my, of course right now I'm not going to have my, there's a water brush. Hope it's no water in it. Oh, does that have, Make sure it's not alcohol. It's water. Let me just see. I usually use my markers, my what they call blending pens, but oh well, it's not the exact color I want. I'm going to leave it. I may play around with it later. See if I could add another leaf to that. But even if I don't, it's okay. Where's my... Taking up too much time, trying to being a little indecisive here. I'm going to do some of the bigger butterflies. They still aren't, they're not huge, but maybe one of the tinier ones. Right there. I want it tipped a little there. All right, there we go. That's the ones I made today. Gonna clear the decks here a little. I've been now a little more than an hour, I think. So sorry about that. But there's just so much to share with you today and show you. Oh my gosh, and so many things that can be done with this card kit. And I've just scratched the surface. Okay, so I hope if nothing else, it encourages you to try it yourself. Okay. So tomorrow I'll be on my YouTube page, which is just under my name, Sonia Ranger. On Friday, I'll be back here with a fun fold with these. And hope that you will join me for those. And so until we meet again, my friends, happy crafting. Bye-bye.